are you?
Hey guys, it's us, amateur clowns.
We're back
You
at it
can't
again.
say "ew" during our intro, Sylvia.
No, fucking keep going. You can't. No stopping.
Okay. Hey guys, it's us, amateur clowns. We are gonna read some scary stories to tell in the dark. And that was not planned, by the way. We just did that.
Oh yes, NSYNC baby.
So we're gonna laugh at some shit.
This is in honor of the new movie coming out.
Sponsored by the new movie coming out.
Sponsored by
Hashtag not spawn. Don't
Hashtag-
listen to her.
Hashtag
TM.
spawn, not spawn.
Yeah, so this is in honor of the new movie coming out from my childhood of my favorite books, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Should we introduce ourselves?
No.
I feel like people do that in podcasts.
But we'll do it later because we're clowns.
Okay.
We do everything ass backwards, alright?
Alright.
We're gonna start with the first book, first chapter, and it goes, This chapter is filled with jump stories you can use to make your friends jump with fright. Listen to me make a clown of myself on this.
We already are clowns.
Yeah,
that was established.
Point.
Con honks.
Clown honk followed by gunshot.
We're gonna start the story with the big toe.
Oh, I remember that one.
Oh yeah, this is a great one. The boy was digging at the edge of the garden when he saw a big toe. He tried to pick it up, but it was stuck to something. So he gave it a good hard jerk, and it came off.
Is that?
It came off in his hand.
Spoiler alert. Sorry, y'all.
Sorry, y'all. I'm illiterate. I can't read this fluidly. Then he heard something groan and scamper away. The boy took the toe into the kitchen and showed it to his mother. It looks nice and plump, she said. I'll put it in the soup and we'll have it for supper.
What the fuck?
Are we gonna sit there and unpack this now?
At least
we don't have time to unpack
scream.
all that.
At least she didn't scream, so kudos to that mom.
What other weird shit has this boy brought home that she just accepts this at face value? Dude brings back a human toe, and she just goes, let's make soup.
I guess so long as it's not a boyfriend, it's okay.
Why are all the hands
Why
for
is-
white babies? Whitey's gotta pay. In his baby hands. Llamas with hats.
I love that.
I don't know that joke. Of course I've seen llamas with hats. I don't know that
It's the rip
joke.
in the portal, and all of a sudden a bunch
Number
of baby hands
3.
start going out.
It's 3.
It's been years.
I think it's 4. 'Cause number 3, I think, is the
That's gotta be
dictatorship
4.
one.
Because I've seen the first 3, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the second one was with the
The
ship.
cruise ship.
Yeah.
The
I've
first
seen that
one was with the
The
Spanish.
hands.
normal, yeah.
Yeah, they're
And then
original.
I think the third is like the one where they like take down like Viva la Resistance. You push the resistance leader into a fan.
I've seen that one.
He was trying. He was
is the
a
meat
traitor and a scoundrel. He was trying to stop you from pushing other people into a giant fan.
I've seen that one.
And then I think the fourth one is the one.
I
Which
must
one's
have
with the meat
with
dragon?
hands. That one's like the 5th or 6th.
I don't think I've seen more than the third
Carl,
one.
did you make a meat dragon?
Did you finish your meat dragon, Carl? It's horrifying.
Okay, episode 2, a critique of llamas with hats. Let's move
I
on.
would love that so much.
That night, his father carved the toe into 3 pieces, and they each had a piece.
Ew.
Then they did the dishes, and when it got dark, they went to bed.
Well, they see it was established that it's a big toe. That just means this
It was a
one.
delicious
That just means
You
the
don't
one
know
at
that. They could
I
have
found
meant
a
really
toe
big.
in my garden, and it looked delicious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they're good gardeners and they grew a really big toe.
The boy
too.
fell asleep almost at once, but in the middle of the night, a sound awakened him. It was
I know
something
this
out
one.
in the street.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I do not.
It was a voice, and it was calling to him. Where is my toe? It
4 minutes
groaned.
in, and you're just like, now I got it.
When the boy heard
I've never read
that,
these
he
books
got
before.
very scared. But he thought, it doesn't know where I am. It will never find me. When he heard
Was
the
he under
voice
the
once
blankets? Because if you're under blankets, then they can't get you. It's the rules.
Listen, in these stories, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
I doesn't
shit.
know what I am.
Leave me alone.
That's what I thought she was.
Then he heard the voice once again. Only now it was closer. Where's my toe? It groaned. The boy pulled the blankets over his head and closed his eyes. I'll go to sleep, he thought. When I wake up, it will be gone.
Yeah.
But soon he
That's how I deal
heard
with
the
my
back
problems.
door open, and again he heard the voice. "Where's my toe?" it groaned. When the boy heard footsteps moving through the kitchen into the dining room, into the living room, into the front hall, then slowly they climbed the stairs. Closer and closer they came. Soon they were in the upstairs hall. Now they are outside his door. "Where's my toe?" it groaned. The voice groaned.
God, quit whining about it. It's gone. Move on.
You can't get that back.
Or can you?
Oh. His door opened, shaking
Kill
with
them, they'll stop
fear.
digesting.
He
Yeah.
listened
And you
as
can
the
get-
footsteps slowly moved through the dark towards his bed.
They cut it in three
Then
pieces.
they stopped.
You kill all of them.
Sew it back together.
Yeah.
Stick it back
And
on.
then stick your
Maybe he's like a Lego.
It's a patch.
Or like a Bratz.
No, it's a patchwork.
Oh, I
Was-
liked Lego better.
Lego is better? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Cut that one out.
Cut all of this.
Where's my toe? It groaned.
Edit out
The
this
voice
whole
groaned.
episode.
Oh.
Very.
Oh, here's a
Barry, edit that out.
Here's a little note. At this point, pause, then jump at the person next to you and shout, "You got it!"
Sorry, what?
The big toe has also. Oh, okay. So
That was a footnote that you're about to
That
read
was a
in a
foot-
scary, in a scary voice.
you got it. All right.
The
I
big
forgot.
toe.
I forgot. There's like other patches in the paragraph of how to explain the ending of this. The big toe also has another ending. When the boy hears the voice calling for its toe, he finds a strange-looking creature up inside the chimney. The boy is so frightened he can't move. He just stands there and stares at it. Finally, he asks, "What do you got such big eyes for?"
All the better to see you with, my dear.
And the creature answers, "To look you through and through."
Okay.
What?
I was
What you
close.
got such big claws for? To scratch up your grave. I almost said guts.
I thought you were going to say groin.
Oh no.
I was
Oh
very
no.
concerned.
I
This
couldn't
is a
read.
dead man and a little boy. That's not okay.
Yeah, none of that's okay.
Ugh.
Oh,
Edit that one out.
he eats-
Barry. Edit that out.
That's sad.
You sound like such an old lovely.
What you got for
Lovely is Grumps fans?
Oh,
You
yeah.
sound like an old one because Barry hasn't been the editor in years.
What you got
The
such a
lovelies.
big mouth
Oh, I
for?
love Dan.
To swallow you whole. What you got some sharp teeth
All the
for?
better to
To
eat you with, my
chomp your
dear.
bones.
This is fucking Red Riding Hood.
Yeah.
Like,
If you
this
get the
whole
last
bit
line,
is ripped
pounce
from
on
Little
one
Red
of your
Riding Hood.
friends. It's this book is teaching me to attack you guys. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
cool. Yeah.
It's teaching her how to read. She can't read. She's
What?
illiterate. We
All right,
established.
on to book 2 with first chapter.
Oh, no, we gotta
Okay.
digest that. We can't just jump into the next one.
Watch me.
This book was
We
made
have
in,
to digest that like he was doing with the big toe.
You know,
This
I
was
never
made in
caught-
1984.
Wild.
Yeah.
I never noticed though.
Big Brother was watching that year.
Wait, what?
George Orwell? Anyone? Okay.
No. Sorry.
Anyone listening will hopefully understand that reference. It's a book. 1984?
Oh.
There we go. Oh, but I'm dumb for not knowing the toe story.
You could have just said Big
Oh.
Brother.
I said Big Brother was watching that year.
Oh.
Yeah. Ash did say.
I can't hear you over my hat.
Take the hat
I
off.
don't want
You
to.
have an extra set of ears on the hat. You should be able to hear
I don't-
But
better.
not good enough. You know, I never realized the Red Riding Hood parallel though.
Wait,
That
check when those books were made. I
Um,
assume that one's probably like a year or so later.
This one's the first one.
Yeah.
So.
It's like a couple years earlier.
1991.
91.
Yeah.
It took them that long to write a third book?
Yes.
When was that one
Well,
written?
these are technically collections of like urban legends, so there's that.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like these two are like, it's in the front.
The copyright page. Yep.
I'm looking.
It's after the
Didn't-
title page.
Didn't you have a library
81.
class in school?
81,
A
84,
library
91.
class?
Did y'all not have library class in
We had,
elementary
we
school?
had
trips
we just
to the
went,
library.
Yeah, and then they
we
taught
had-
us about that.
Okay, we had library class.
That's dumb.
God, I wish.
Okano was a mistake.
That's like having a religion class.
Yeah.
That's like having
Never
a
mind.
math
Don't
class.
talk about that. Edit that.
edit that
We're
one
not
out.
going to talk about that.
You had a.
We should do a whole.
No, that's what I'm saying though.
But if
Oh.
it's
private
it's,
schools.
Oh, edit
Yeah.
this
We're
out
not
so it
gonna-
doesn't offend
I was
someone.
gonna say we're not.
we should do a whole episode on aliens and religion.
That'll be next episode.
Please.
is
No,
September
no.
21st, Area 451.
451? Fahrenheit 51. Area
you started this.
451.
Area 420 blazing.
Anyway.
What they're really hiding in Area 451. All the dank weed.
No, that's in Area 420.
Sorry. 420 is inside Area 51. Area. I got stuck.
Area.
Okay, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, we had library
Back
class in
to the-
elementary school where they went through like at one point that's why I know like what the title or the copyright page is, because I learned about it in library class in
Well, we
elementary
just
school.
learned
figured
that
it out.
Language arts.
Oh.
Yeah, that was that too.
Yeah, that's where we learned that.
Yeah, they couldn't afford to pay teachers who knew that mammals are animals, but they could afford to have a library class.
Sounds good.
Shit, this was like one. There was another like scary elementary school book that our librarian actually introduced us to with our first trip to the library, no less. It was a horror book. And you know, I don't even remember much about that book, but it was very cheap. But like at the end, like the last story was like about the ribbon like around the wife's neck, and when he pulled it
yeah,
off,
her head fell off.
I've only ever seen that in comic form.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, I saw a comic of it online. I didn't know it was like a book.
It was in a picture book, and it was like very like just like minimal text. Like it was
Yeah.
like she walked over to the graveyard, and then on the next page she died.
I was gonna say I've seen that one
Yeah.
before.
I don't know if
I've
it was
heard
that I saw it. I
It
saw
was-
it on like Tumblr. I saw
He was such a
comic
sweet
of it.
librarian too, because like that was the first book I checked out. He was like, "Are you sure you want this one? It's very scary. Her head pops off," and I'm like,
Thanks for
"Yeah."
spoiling the whole
Yeah,
book.
jeez.
God, what an ass.
Well, he
Ruined
read
it.
it to us.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I wanted to read it a second time.
Oh, gotcha.
'cause I'm a kindergarten.
So as if you didn't know that her head
I
came off.
want
Like,
it. And then
Okay.
immediately after I discovered these books.
so who's going next?
Me
Yeah.
probably.
Okay.
Also, before we just do that, I just want to say, so they have in the front, also by Alvin Schwartz, who is one of the people who wrote this.
I can read
his
for younger
last-
Oh.
What?
One of his other books is I Can Read for Younger Readers, and I almost
One
started
of
laughing
his
because
other
Alora
books
couldn't read.
is There's
Thank
a
you.
carrot in
Thank
my
you. Fuck you.
No, listen.
Sorry, what was that?
There is a carrot in my ear and other noodle tales.
I think I
Oh,
know
that is
book.
a book that
I think
he
I
is
know that book.
Whew. That's whew.
That's too much.
I'm sorry.
Hold on, I have to
but-
cough and I need to cut it out so nobody talks.
Okay.
All right,
yeah.
there was our forcible bodily noises break.
If
Okay.
I sneeze again, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It might happen.
Just let us know and I'll cut it out.
I'll just go like this. And
Just
then-
Yeah, and
let
then
it-
we'll all
we're-
shut
we're
up.
human beings.
No,
it's
it's
natural.
bad audio.
It's natural.
It's bad audio.
All right,
Okay.
continuing.
So, the next story. Something was wrong. One morning, John Sullivan found himself walking along a street downtown. He could not explain what he was doing there, or how he got there, or where he had been earlier. Or where he'd been earlier. He didn't even know what time it was.
Is this
Same.
dude fucking me?
This guy's just me. This isn't
Yeah.
scary. This is my life.
He saw a woman walking toward him and stopped her. "I'm afraid I forgot my watch,"
I
she said
never
and
do
smiled. "Can you tell me the time?"
It's time for you to get a watch.
God. Okay.
Don't even know what to do with that. Let's move on.
When she saw him, she screamed and ran.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty much how social
You.
interaction goes.
Then John Sullivan noticed that other people were afraid of him. When they saw him coming, they flattened themselves against a building or ran across the street to stay out of his way.
Damn.
There must be something wrong with me, John Sullivan
Oh
thought.
no.
I'd better go home.
This guy is relatable as hell.
It's just a reincarnation of all of us. Oh, okay. He hailed a taxi, but the driver took one look at him and sped away.
Bitch, take me home.
I will pay you. Just drive me home.
Take my money. Let me go home.
John Sullivan did not understand what was going on, and it scared him.
As someone who doesn't know this story, I'm gonna guess he's a zombie. That's my guess. I don't know the end, so don't
It's really
tell
close.
me. But okay.
Close.
Okay,
You're
thank
close.
you.
You're
Let's.
very close.
We're almost over with this. Maybe
Anyway.
somebody at home can come and get me, he thought. He found a telephone and called his wife, but a voice he did not recognize answered. Is Miss Sullivan there? He asked. No, she's at a funeral, the voice said. Mr. Sullivan was killed yesterday in an accident downtown. End scene.
Okay, so he's a zombie. Or a
Well,
ghost.
he's a ghost, yeah.
Okay.
It's
Why
implied
are
that
pe- I
he's a
don't-
ghost.
Why are people afraid of ghosts? I don't get it. Like, why would you see a ghost and then run screaming? Like a zombie, I would.
Scary.
Because you're not expecting.
I'm not afraid of death though, so maybe that's why.
You say that, but you're scared. Anything scares the shit out of you.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
should
'cause
watch
I'm a-
Paranormal Activity after this.
I'm afraid that something's gonna hurt me, but if it's just gonna kill me, that's fine.
How do you know it's not gonna just kill you? Like,
How do you know it's not gonna
It's for the
touch you and
suspense.
then
It's the
kill
suspense
you?
that I don't like.
Oh.
If someone's gonna walk into my house and say, "All right, murder time," I'd be like, "Cool, let's let that happen." But if someone's like, "Ooh, spooky," I don't want it.
Yeah, but murder time includes 50 stabs to the gut. Are you up for
50?
it?
You're not very good at it if it takes 50.
It's
it takes a
called-
lot to kill a person with stabbing sometimes.
Sometimes.
If you don't hit
If
the
you
right
don't know what you're
spots.
doing.
We could bring up that one case that happened literally
Literally-
here. I
Yeah,
don't remember
no, I
how
know.
many it was. There
19.
was a ton.
It was 19, and she
Okay.
lived.
Yeah, and she lived.
And she
Exactly.
li- well, okay, but those kids.
Oh,
Okay, for perspective, the case we're talking about.
No, I don't think we should. No,
We shouldn't talk about it.
Well, we can mention it and allude to it. I don't think we should specifically talk about
Say
it.
what it is?
Because
Okay.
it happened really close around
did.
here, and a lot of people
Anyway.
are like not okay with
Anyway,
it.
these kids
Yeah.
stabbed another kid 19 times.
I'm pretty sure
And
you
she
can
lived.
figure out who it is.
Probably.
Probably.
But those kids haven't had a lot of time for practice.
Oh
So
my
they're not
God.
going to be very good at it.
So any random person that would break into your house has had practice?
I'm saying if they're a murderer. If someone's just
Okay.
breaking my house to like
You don't
steal
know
or something, then I'm scared because they're
Just
not going to
because
kill me.
they're-
But I have to deal with this situation.
Hey, listen, the third time's the charm. Just because they killed one person doesn't mean they're good by the second. And you may very well be that second, alright?
Well then,
So do you want to be killed by a psychopath or not? Because Alora's right here.
because Alora's ready.
I know how to get rid of things. It's okay.
Like people.
Alright, next story.
All right. Next story. This one seems pretty short, but I picked it because I love the title. No thanks.
No thanks.
No thanks. Which also is a very good way to deal with a scary situation. Just no thanks and then leave.
Yeah.
You can't be scared if you just don't care.
No.
All
you
right.
can.
No thanks. Thursday nights, Jim worked as a stock boy in one of the malls out on the highway. By 8:30, he was usually finished and he drove home. But that night, Jim was one of the last to leave. By the time he got out to the huge parking lot, it was almost empty. The only sounds were cars in the distance and his footsteps on the pavement. Suddenly, a man stepped out of the shadows. "Hey, mister," he called out in a low voice.
Hey, mister, what if I see candy?
Hey, mister, you got
No,
some
thanks.
change.
Oh my god, okay.
Hey, mister. No.
Hey,
No,
mister,
thanks.
where'd you get your John Deere?
Story over.
Hey, mister. You're gonna put an accent on it now.
What?
Hey, mister.
Oh, I'm gonna put an accent on it.
I can't.
You have
Okay.
to.
I hate you both. This was a mistake and I
Bostonian or
hate
New
you
York or
both.
whatever that
You
is.
should have just started in the middle.
Oi, mister.
Hey, mister.
Oi, mister, you me dad?
Yeah.
Hey, mister, can I have some more?
Hey, mister, he called in a low voice. He held out his right hand. Balanced on the palm was the long, thin blade of a knife.
Hey, if you
I was gonna
stab me
say hot,
tonight,
and then I
baby.
decided-
Hey,
But
mister,
here we
you
are.
want a knife?
Jim
Hey,
stopped.
mister. $10.
Nice, sharp knife, the man said softly.
No thanks.
Don't panic, Jim thought. The man stepped toward him. Don't run, Jim told himself.
Oh?
Nice, sharp knife, the man repeated. Give him what he wants. Jim thought. Okay.
Suck his dick.
Hey, mister, you
the
got
man-
some change.
The man came closer. He held the knife up. Cuts nice and easy, he said slowly.
Hey, mister.
Jim waited. The man peered into his face. Hey man, only $3. 2 for $5. Nice present for your mama. No thanks, Jim said.
You want an
She's got
Indian
one.
mama?
And
I
he
can
ran
do
for
that
his
too.
car.
No thanks. I was hoping just like when he was like nice sharp knife, he's like no
No.
thanks.
Not thanks.
Goodbye. Walks
Bye.
away.
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't like
I
that he
actually
ran-
have a 4chan chat where it was like,
Oh.
a dude was walking out at night and a dude came up to him and was like, hey dude, you want a knife? And he said no thanks. And he walked down.
It's like,
He was gonna. He
I
was
think
gonna
I was
be
getting
knifed.
mugged.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I don't like that he ran for his car.
No,
It would be much funnier if he just walked away. No
Yeah,
thanks,
no
and then
thanks.
walked away.
Like a real man.
Also, give him what he wants. What did you think he wanted, Jim?
Money. He wanted your money.
Yeah? Is that okay?
You wanted.
But then he just
some
walked
dick
away.
suck.
Or- Your kid bit my dick. Did anyone think to ask why his dick was anywhere
John
near my
and-
chomper?
John and Mulaney, did you bite this nice man's dick? Does anybody want to know why? His dick was near my chomper?
This is unlistenable.
Sorry, I wanted some milk.
He needs some milk. Alright.
Oh.
I'm
Alright.
cutting that out.
Alright, we're going back to the walk.
The walk.
Say that
What?
again.
What?
Do that whole bit again. Because I'm cutting a thing out that you talked over, so I don't want to.
Listen, we're not kid friendly. We're gonna keep that in.
No, he needs some milk thing because it's dumb. That's
Well,
what I'm cutting out.
Then cut out everything I've ever said in this
No,
conversation.
the thing that I said.
What? No, you're
Okay.
fine.
Whatever.
Whatever. We're going on a walk. All right.
I might be the stupidest person ever, but when you said the walk, my brain went W-O-K, like the, like...
Woke. I'm woke.
No, walk like the cooking pan walk.
What?
Oh.
That's what my brain, and I'm
the
like, a
huge
scary
jar.
story about a walk?
What?
It's like, it's no.
Then you cook stir fry in it.
Yeah.
So frying pan.
But it's
No,
huge.
but it's big and it's like rounded.
Isn't that like a
It's like
skillet?
normally
Isn't that
like
skillet?
this
No, it's
big.
round up. Like it's like half a circle almost. It's like half a sphere almost.
Yeah.
So it's a bowl.
Yeah,
Kind
it's a
of.
bowl, but it's a pan.
And it's not as
Do you not
bowl-ish.
live in the world?
I don't go in my kitchen.
Fair.
It's like a flattened bowl.
Also,
Sorta,
I don't,
yeah.
I don't
But not
really
as
think
much.
we have one of those. We just got.
See,
We
my
just-
dad's a chef, so.
We definitely don't either, but I know what
Yeah,
you're
your
talking
dad
about.
owns a food truck.
He does.
You want,
He doesn't use a
You
walk
want
in
to
his
know
food
what
truck, for
I
what it's worth,
own?
but-
I own a rolling pin that I bought yesterday for 50 cents.
Whoa.
Wow, look
Whoa.
at Miss Chef over here.
Wait, why?
Because it's
Because
a
it was
wooden.
50 cents.
Yeah, it was 50 cents. It's a wooden rolling pin. It was really nice. And there are times where I need one. Like, don't ask. There are times where I need one, but I'm not gonna go through the utensils to go use the one that we use for food.
I know, I need you to understand that I wasn't going to question it at all until you said don't ask. Now I'm curious, what the fuck do you need a rolling pin for that you want us to not
And
ask
we're going
about?
on a walk. My
Okay.
uncle was walking down a lonely dirt road one day. He came upon a man who was also walking down that road. Okay.
Who was also
You got a little
walking
lost in the middle of that
down
sentence, but we
the
found
Wait,
it.
let me reread that. He came upon a man who also was walking down that road. Nailed it. The man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at the man. Ooh.
I'm
5
sensing
feet
the sexual
apart from
tension.
that.
Read it sexier.
I can't. I don't have the sexiness in me.
Oh.
The man was the man was scared of my uncle, and my uncle was scared of that man. Wow. But they
I've
kept
heard
on
strangers
walking.
on the street are more scared of you than you are of them, so.
You know, people are scared of the houses down the street. Like, specifically, like, would not go up to any of the houses down in this area.
Yeah, there might be people in there.
Exactly. Apparently the houses were too intimidating, but we're like middle class, so it's like...
Okay, I know where lives, and there's no difference between that neighborhood
Although
and this
I'm starting to
neighborhood.
wonder if they were just trying
Unfamiliar
to
people.
get me to go up to the door because I was...
No, I'm saying that's why they'd be
Oh.
afraid of this
Oh,
neighborhood
okay,
versus
got it.
theirs.
I mean, they
And
don't
also,
know.
no.
You think
I
they know
don't.
the people that live next to them? Nobody does.
No one knows anybody anymore.
They're
No.
just being a little bit snobby about it.
I think I heard it's like 30% of people actually know their neighbors. And that's more than I even think should be there.
I lived in that duplex for 3 years. I interacted with the woman who lived in the other half of the house, like, once in the 3 years I lived there. Occasionally, I saw her mowing the lawn.
Listen, the only person I actually technically know down this neighborhood, this neighborhood is Dickhead Daniel and his family, just because
Wow.
that fucking redneck Dickhead Daniel, because that fucker like drives his truck down this road like a bat out of hell. I mean, like at 50 miles per hour on this short stretch of road. So fuck him, all right. His sister's really nice, but oh my god, she's gotten better, but she can't fucking drive. The mother is really nice.
Neither can you.
And yeah, I know.
But you don't pretend to.
But at least I won't pretend that I can drive. All right, I'm a safe bastard, and I don't drive.
She doesn't enter the streets.
Exactly.
She doesn't leave her house.
You should have seen the last time I had a panic attack when I had to turn on the car because I had to remember where
That's a
everything
mood.
was.
That's a mood.
Yeah, you don't want me on the street.
You love driving, so you probably can't relate. But I didn't get my license till I was 19 for a reason. Actually, I was 18.
I'm still
Close
19,
enough.
and I only have my temps.
That's all I need. You don't need to drive. Fuck it.
Yeah, and
I'm
then
kidding. You should absolutely get your license.
and then-
It's way less scary once you get it.
yeah, and then Daniel's dad is he's a fucking asshole.
I love that you have Dickhead Daniel and I have Grumpy Dan.
Actually, my dad came out with that name, so he gets credit for that.
That's great.
I have a Wayne.
You have a Wayne.
I have a Wayne.
He's really nice.
So, entirely underplayed. He's not Dan, nor is he an asshole.
No.
Cool.
He's a neighbor, though.
Okay.
Kind of relates.
Yeah,
Alright.
really, her thing is something
Anyway,
like that.
back
Yeah,
to
got it.
the reality of
He
a
has a
walk.
Ferrari, and my dad loves it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck anybody with
Sorry.
a Ferrari.
No, I feel bad for him. He's like he has a lot of problems.
Alright,
I
let's
have a lot
let
of
Wayne have his
problems.
private life.
Just for information, he was in the Vietnam War, so that
Okay.
alone
Alright.
makes me
So
like,
that's like the root of a million problems at
yeah.
least.
He has nobody, like he doesn't have a wife, he doesn't have a girlfriend, nothing like that. He doesn't have any children. He doesn't have any siblings that live near here. I think his parents probably aren't around anymore because he's pretty old. So I mean, I don't blame him for getting a Ferrari to fill that void.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give him that. I mean, it's one thing if you can, like... Never mind. I'm not gonna go there. Alright.
I
Let's go back to
just
the walk.
wanted to make sure
Let's go back
like
to
people
the
know
walk.
he's not like that
You should
kind
blank
of
out
dude.
the
He's
name,
just-
though. Just saying.
Wayne?
Well,
That's a name that exists.
I was
No
gonna
one's gonna
say,
be like,
There's another Wayne that lives on the other side of my house, so
alright,
So,
I'll
there's
give you that.
Waynes.
Alright, there's two Waynes.
there's two Waynes that live in that same area.
But they
Yeah.
kept on walking.
we didn't say a last name, so
No,
it's fine.
I don't know
Anyway.
his last
Alright.
name.
But they kept on walking, and it began to get dark. Excuse me. The man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at the man. The man was very scared of my uncle, and my uncle was very scared of that man.
Oh yeah, this.
Oh yeah, there was italics
Yeah.
everywhere. But they kept on walking, and they came to a big woods. It was
Were they
getting
walking
darker.
in the same direction?
Yeah.
Oh.
It doesn't explicitly say
That's
that.
not
but
how I
yes.
imagined it, but okay.
It was getting darker, and the man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at the man. The man was really scared of my uncle, and my uncle was really scared of that man. But they kept on walking. They just kept on trucking.
Keep on trucking.
And deep down into the woods they went.
The
it was-
deep down, dark deep down.
Abysmal.
Jacksepticeye. Subnautica.
It was getting darker, and the man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at the man. The man was terribly scared of my uncle, and my uncle was terribly scared of... I'm not screaming.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
I don't. Somehow I'm not scared, but maybe that's because we couldn't shut up during it.
It's also because...
You're supposed to scream at the end, I get it, but
Listen, my illiterate ass was making that very
Uncle.
difficult to be scared.
Uncle.
My uncle.
My uncle.
I love my
I
uncle.
don't know why, but it feels like I... Is it the hat?
It's probably the hat. It's making you dumb.
No, it's like closing my...
Are you thirsty?
No.
Drink something.
But I can like talk now.
Speaking will fuck
What
your
the
throat out.
fuck? Is it like weighing down my head too much?
Here, let me try it. Oh my god! I see demons. Okay.
The hat, by the way, is a Mad Hatter hat. Sort of. It's got a stopwatch on the or like a pocket watch on the front and rabbit ears.
I got the most compliments I've ever gotten today. For
It's a good
wearing
hat.
this.
But apparently it chokes you out if you wear it too long.
And it makes you see demons.
It makes
Trust
you see
me,
demons.
I saw them.
Yeah. Were they like cool demons
I
or?
was gonna be mean and say they're right in front of me.
That's not mean. That's a compliment. Thank you.
I am a demon. I've been called a little cold-hearted bitch so many times. It's sad.
The wreck.
I am a wreck.
That's the next story.
Rude.
The wreck just says Alora. In big bold letters.
That's it. That's the whole story.
That's all it is. Killed her.
Got him.
You got him, boys.
God, I feel so
Alright.
outed right now.
Mission failed. Look at him next.
Okay, let's hear about this wreck.
Alright.
That's me?
Yeah.
Yes. Alora. Alright, your turn.
Okay, cool.
The end.
All right.
No.
Oh,
just
alright.
kidding. No. It was a joke again. The same thing.
I am a wreck.
Okay. The wreck.
Oh.
Fred and Janine went to the same high school, but they met for the first time at the Christmas dance. Fred had come by himself,
Are they gonna fuck?
and so had Janine. Probably.
This is elementary school.
So,
Oh, no,
so they're
high
gonna make
school.
love.
No,
High
hand
school.
holding.
High
So they're gonna
school.
make love, not fuck.
High school. I
Hand
said high
holding.
school.
No,
right
but
there.
the books are for elementary schoolers.
Oh.
Yeah, so no
Oh.
fucking in these books.
I was
Oh,
like,
so it's just implied fucking.
We can
Yeah.
we can say
little
that
kids
they
won't
fucked
understand.
because we want to have creative imaginations, but
Yeah.
they didn't.
don't worry, they fucked.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Soon, Fred decided that Janine was one of the nicest girls he had ever met. They danced together most of the evening.
And then they fucked.
We
End of
sing,
story.
we dance, we
Close.
we
Okay.
share our pants.
At 11 o'clock, Janine said, I have to leave now. Can you give me a ride?
I have to leave.
Cinderella
I gotta
moment.
go.
I gotta go.
Get
Sure,
me
he
the fuck
said.
out of here.
Oh, and then they fuck in the car.
Yeah.
There we go.
As-
Got it.
Yeah, this is the 80s. Of course they fucked in the car.
Sure, he said. I've got to go home too. I accidentally drove my car into a tree on the way over, Janine said. I guess I wasn't paying attention.
I guess
so you.
Is that the end?
No.
Okay.
I just
You looked like you were. There's so much to unpack
I
there.
forgot what I
Was
was
she
laughing
texting
about.
and driving? No, because it was the 80s.
It
What
was
were
the
you?
80s.
What was distracting you?
She
A
drove
dog.
into a tree and still
What
went
else?
to
And
the
she
Christmas
just got
dance.
out of her car and went to the dance. Did
Yeah.
she walk
Hey.
the rest of the way? Where's the car? Did she
Uh,
call the cops?
It's in a tree, I think.
Just wait
In
and
a tree.
listen.
Or is the tree in the car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
The car's
one way or
wrapped around the
other.
tree.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, okay, so she drove her
Just
car
like
into a
these
tree.
two are
I'm
gonna be-
invested.
Fred doesn't care that she drove her car into a
Doesn't
tree.
give we'll just leave that where it
He's
is.
just like, yeah, I'll take
She's
her
hot.
home.
Did
He wants to
explicitly
pipe.
say that?
What?
That
That
he
Fred? No, but I mean, he's still giving her a ride home and not questioning. Like,
Okay.
hey, you drove your car into a tree. Maybe you should go to the
Awesome.
hospital or something.
No, she's fine. They danced all night. She's clearly fine.
She has a concussion and like passes out halfway through.
He just keeps dancing with a limp body.
That's the real horror.
Fred becomes a majorly fucked up one. Like, we thought it was Janine, but no,
it's
Fred is
Fred.
the monster.
And then they fuck, but she's still unconscious.
Fred is the monster.
Oh,
You
that's
get
going
it?
too far.
But that's too far.
That's
okay.
too far.
Fred is a monster.
No,
It's like Scooby-Doo. It was Fred all along.
It was Fred all along.
No, he's too
They
stupid to
said
be the
it.
monster.
Okay.
Alvin said it. Alvin Schwartz.
No, because Fred is too stupid to be the monster, so next deduction.
Okay,
Then
let's...
Janine-
Sweep
Janine's
that
the
under the
monster.
carpet.
Janine's the monster. Well, I think that's where it's leading.
Everyone's the
Janine's dead and
monster.
is a ghost or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you not
So-
remember how this ended?
I mean, it's been a long time. They're very. I mean, I'm
Whoa.
sure that's what it is. Is
You don't
Janine's
know that.
dead.
It seems to be a trend. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's keep
Um, Fred drove her to the head of Brady Road. It was in a neighborhood he didn't know very well. Why don't you drop me off here? Janine said. The road up ahead is in really bad condition. I can walk from here.
That's where I crashed my car into a tree.
Right?
That tree is my lover now. He's been inside.
No. Oh, but my thing was too far.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue.
She was unconscious, so it doesn't count.
Fred stopped the car and held out some tinsel.
Sorry,
Have
that
some,
came
he
out bad.
said. I got it at the dance.
Okay.
So he's just holding up Christmas tinsel and is like, here,
Here,
take it.
Got you a present from the
I
dance
got-
we were just both
I
at.
got you a
I
present.
picked it off the floor just for you.
I stole it. Shh. Don't tell anyone.
I heard you like Bad Boys.
So I stole some tinsel.
Stole it off that bitch's shoe.
Which bitch?
That one right there.
Christine.
Christine.
The
That
science
bitch,
queen.
Christine. No, it's Susan.
The science queen.
What?
That's a dumb
God,
reference
simply
too.
illogical.
What?
It's
YouTube.
YouTuber.
Why couldn't you
yeah.
just use Susan, that bitch?
Oh, you're right.
Oh.
Susan, that bitch over there. Okay. Thank you, she said. I'll put it in my hair. And she did.
And she
Okay.
did.
Would you like to go out sometime to a movie or something? Fred asked. That would be fun, Janine said.
That'd be groovy.
After Fred drove up. That's a very wrong
the
for the
wrong
time
area.
period. But okay.
Where'd you get those Wagon threads?
She sounds very hipster.
That's no. No.
Okay.
American woman.
No.
Hipster during that
Get
time
away
was just
from
like
me. What?
Yeah.
So wearing like one of those
Listen-
big, huge dresses.
With a big bustle, listening to a
Yeah.
Victrola.
Big ass simulator.
I wish I knew what that was.
Wait, what?
Like an old timey record player.
Wait, what did
Oh,
you say?
okay.
A vinyl
A
record?
Victrola.
Never heard of that.
Aw. Okay. I'm too old.
You're an old soul trapped in a new body.
You're like
I was born in the wrong
You're like
generation.
you're only like 4 or 5 months older than Alora.
Yeah, but like you guys don't understand anything.
Look at me. Do you think there's
I
something?
knew what macrame and none of you was, and none of you knew what it was.
Oh, yeah.
And
well, yeah, you watched
I'm now
Barbie
talking
Dream
about
House
Victro-
before us.
I knew it before Barbie Dream House.
Yeah, by the way, we
Don't
watched
get me
Barbie
wrong,
Dream
I know
House.
Don't get me. Yeah. Don't get it twisted. I knew.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I did.
Are you sure?
Because it
We
was
don't know
in
that. We can't
it
prove
was
that.
in SpongeBob.
What?
It was. There was an episode where Squidward does, or SpongeBob, either SpongeBob or Squidward does macrame. I don't know, but it's in SpongeBob.
Receipts.
I'll find it. I will
Please
find it
do.
after the show.
I'll
I will
finish.
find it.
After the
I'll finish the story and you'll find it.
We're recording on
Oh
my
yeah,
phone.
shit.
No, your phone's right there.
That's my
That's
phone.
Sylvia's.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm not looking up. I'm reading.
Well, not
Anyway,
now,
after
okay,
the
so
show,
go-
I'll find the fucking
Oh yeah,
episode.
that story's not done yet.
Story's not done.
No, we just got wildly distracted because you called her an 1800s hipster.
No, I said
And I knew what a
groovy,
Victrola
and
was.
you guys took offense to that.
Hold on. I'm gonna give you my phone and then you can.
Okay, I'm gonna find it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was
Don't look at my search history. I don't know what's on there.
Sylvia,
I don't know.
how many times today have I told Alora she doesn't need to be
It's
afraid
more
of
like
whatever?
sometimes it'd be like, how much does the price of cocaine?
Why would I judge you for that?
I don't know.
Why would I judge you for that?
I don't know, because it happens.
I'm not gonna judge you for you could put anything on here. I can guarantee you I've looked up something
so wait,
more
what was
embarrassing
it?
in the past 2 days.
What?
So what was it?
What?
How much?
Oh yeah, how
the
much
price
was
of
cocaine?
Oh, it depends on where you are.
Yeah.
I haven't looked up specifically for here, Wisconsin.
It's expensive.
I looked up for oxycodone though.
Yeah.
That's like $11 a pill. That's a lot.
Bruh, whatever it
11
does for
bucks
you,
a
it's not
pill.
worth that.
It's
No.
painkillers.
I know, but,
Oh, okay.
but however good it makes you feel.
Some people don't know. Oxycodone is painkillers. Some people don't know.
You think I don't know drugs?
I don't know drugs. Thank you.
Did you know that? So good, I informed someone.
Okay, but you were looking at me the whole time as if I don't know what oxycodone is.
Because you won't look at me.
Okay, I'm finishing the
This is bad
story.
audio.
After Fred drove off, he realized that he did not know Janine's last name or her telephone number.
Exactly.
I'll go back, he thought. The road can't be that bad. He drove slowly down Brady Road through a thick woods. But there wasn't a sign of Janine. As he came around a curve, he saw the wreckage of a car. It had crashed into a tree and had caught fire. Smoke was still rising from it. As Fred made his way to the car, he could see someone trapped inside, crushed against the steering column.
Oh, yeah.
It was Janine.
Inside.
In her hair was the Christmas tinsel he had given to her.
I picked up that off the ground right for you. I've seasoned that bitch.
Whoa, but dun dun dun, how'd it get in her hair? She'd crashed earlier.
Because she was a ghost.
But
And then she returned to her body.
Yes.
That's
with
weird.
the tinsel.
Why would you do that? Ghosts don't go back to their body.
Well, she
Sometimes they
wasn't
do.
fully dead
They go
yet.
back
Sometimes
to
they
the
do.
area.
She wasn't fully dead yet.
So she was walking around?
Yeah, I wanted to go to that dance so bad, I left my body, and then I came back, and then I died.
Okay.
Story
I guess.
over.
She astral projected to go to the dance.
I
then
wanted
died.
that tinsel, and I got me some. Alright.
Yeah. All right.
Wait.
That's it.
Okay,
That's that
Loki,
I'm finding that fucking
So,
hemp leaf cannabis weed 420 handmade 3D keychain macrame is a thing that came up when looking for this.
oh, I thought you meant like
On
a
eBay.
search.
No,
I was like,
no, it's an eBay
Yeah,
entry.
what were you looking up?
There's an episode
Apparently-
of SpongeBob where he fucking does macrame.
Apparently, weed macrame.
It's a throwaway joke. Like it's
oh,
not
that's what you're
a
looking
theme.
at, not the instrument.
Oh, a Victrola? You want me to look up a Victrola
Well-
for you?
Oh, whatever.
No, I'll look
no,
it up.
It's fine. You
No.
were looking. Look for the episode.
No, it's like a fucking record. It's like
Why
an
are we
old-timey
looking
record
for
player.
photos though?
To see if I could find a screenshot of the episode.
Yeah.
Okay, I was
good.
thinking
How's
of
Johnny?
I was thinking of a gramophone, which is older than a Victrola.
Yeah. I know
but
what a gramophone
Victrola
is.
is
Oh, that's super.
no. Well, it's
That
between.
looks like the modern one.
Yeah.
Well,
those are the modern
this one's
ones.
modern because it has Bluetooth.
Oh,
but they're
I
like
meant like modern in the sense of like
it's
the newer
more
record
it's more
players.
recent
Look
from
at all these
than.
records. There's even more.
Okay.
I was picturing.
I know what a
gramophone.
gramophone
Okay.
is.
A gramophone?
Yeah, the one with the big like
With the
bell
horn.
at the top of it, and it.
Is that
Like
what
that.
that's called?
Yeah.
That's a gramophone.
I forgot there was another name for it that's just like standard.
Yeah.
Gramophone.
Gramophone.
No.
Record player?
Yeah.
Okay. Record player's more like a blanket term. A gramophone's a type of record player.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Anyway,
I like the umbrella.
I'll
term,
find
thank
it
you.
later. I'm gonna
Um,
read a story now.
But oh yeah, quick side story though. There
Uh-huh.
was this scary video that I saw when I was younger, and I can never find it again. It kind of follows that idea of like there was a crash, but like but like you see the actual person. Basically, the video was like I think it was in a different language. I'm not sure, but like there was a group of dudes in this van, and they were just driving down the street, and they pick up this one girl who's just like walking, and she's just asking for a ride somewhere. And they keep walking they keep driving until they kind of see off into the distance like all these cop cars and like flashing
And it
lights
was
and
their
speed.
own car.
No.
Oh.
No, actually the thing is that the lights in the van started turning off, and like when the camera turned towards the girl, like half of her face was missing.
Oh,
But like I mean like an actual like ghost thing. Like this was an actual video back in like 2014 or 16 or 6.
Definitely Photoshop.
Yeah, and then the video just cut out. Like I've never been able to find it again because I don't know what it was. Cause like this was like minutes long.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
don't know. It was
Photoshop.
really it was actually kind of creepy to be honest.
I mean, if it's 2014,
No, it was way before that. I was like 6 or 7.
then why did you say 2014?
Because I messed up and I
She
said
typoed
4.
when talking.
I said 4 and then I said 2016 and
You
it was
meant
like
2006.
6.
Oh.
Actually, it was more like 2006 or 2008. It was somewhere in there.
It probably doesn't exist on the internet anymore.
Probably not.
Probably.
It was
gone.
on YouTube though. I
Yeah, it's
just
probably
can't
gone.
find
Videos from that long ago are.
it.
A lot of them
They're
are gone or
dust.
privated now.
Nothing on the internet's gone.
Okay,
So
but like, are you a
there.
fucking hacker who's gonna find it? No, it's gone.
I
I
can
can't
try.
find the last delete.
I can try.
Anyway.
Just watch
Shit.
me.
I'll hack into
Alright, what's
somebody's
Is
next?
that a challenge?
Just kidding. I can't hack into things because then the government will find you.
As if they don't already know
And
about
they'll
you.
charge me.
Why would they? Why would they know about me?
I don't.
Because
you
your
use the
name
internet.
is in the
You have a
system.
Facebook.
You're in the system.
But who cares? Why would they want to know?
Because you might be a
So
domestic
that they
terrorist.
can keep track of everybody.
Okay, but who has the time for that?
The government. That's what they're
government.
spending all the fucking money on.
That's
Oh,
where
yeah,
your
that's
ta-
what
your
they're spending
taxpayer
their money
money's
on.
going.
No, it's the military.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay, next. What's on?
We're not getting
Next.
into that kind of shit.
No, we're not doing. That's not until
That
like
is-
at least 100 episodes
Wait,
before we
what?
can get political.
Hard hitting shit where we talk about how fucked
Yeah.
up the government is.
Later.
And then we'll do the alien episode after that.
Yes! Let's do the alien
okay.
episode now.
This is The Wolf Girl.
Oh, this one. Great.
You're no fun. You know the
She-Wolf by Shakira.
I don't know
Fuck
any
you.
of the stories, so I just picked one that seems kind of long.
What did I do? You're just like, fuck you.
Fuck you.
She just decided she didn't like you.
No, I didn't like what you said.
She-Wolf by Shakira?
It's a good song.
It's a good song.
We can't be friends anymore. Laura's off the podcast.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
That was so quick.
I'm kidding. The Wolf Girl. Travel northwest into the desert.
Wolf job?
Oh no.
Wait,
Very
No, no wolf job. It's so bad. Put another smaller wolf job on top of the guy's head.
I'm gonna show you.
Put a hat on the wolf. And put another hat on the wolf.
Oh, God.
Put a yarmulke on the guy. And put a smaller hat on top of the first hat.
What?
Wolf
That's a wolf
job. Oh, it's censored. Good.
Yeah. I wouldn't do that.
It's not that. It like.
I even asked, hi,
You
does
know-
anyone have the uncensored version of Wolf job?
Oh no. I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not like super deep. It's a bad CGI.
Oh, wait.
So like, yeah.
Somebody
It's the
did it.
principle of it. Oh yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't want that in my thing.
It's there now. You looked up wolf
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, but I clicked on the one that was censored. I don't want that one.
Okay.
Fine.
Can I read the thing now?
No.
Well, probably.
The wolf found a package on Santa.
There's
Ew.
a lot of wolf jobs, Dan.
Of course there's a
What
lot
is
of
a
wolf
berry?
jobs. Oh no. Why? Don't do berry like
Fancy
that.
berry getting a wolf
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, I get
We're
it
cutting
now.
out the whole thing about wolf jobs.
Oh my god. You didn't
What
understand.
part did you get? What part of that did you just now understand?
Never mind, come on. What's the
No.
wolf girl? Let's listen to the...
Oh, now you're interested.
Yeah.
Now you're embarrassed.
Yeah.
And now you're interested. Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
The Wolf Girl. Travel northwest into the desert from Del Rio, Texas, and eventually you will come to the Devil's River. In the 1830s, a trapper named John Dent and his wife Molly settled where Dry Creek runs into Devil's River. Dent was after beaver, mood, which were plentiful.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What were you saying, Mood too?
It's a
I'm
euphemism.
so sorry. I just
Never mind.
totally zoned up for that.
Wait,
intro.
say it again. What is
Let's
it?
repeat this.
Beaver is a euphemism.
For what?
Well, it's a beaver dam, mind you.
No, just beaver. It says beaver. It's just beaver. Anyway.
What does it mean? Don't make me look this up.
Puss.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't
Why'd
know.
you just say pussy? Just
Just go for it.
go for
Oh my
it.
Verjubas.
Speaking of
The
beavers.
vagina.
Speaking of beavers.
Mm-hmm.
It's the vagine, but okay. Speaking of beavers.
Yeah, huh?
I saw woodchucks for the first time, which are literally
Cool.
just tiny
Were
beavers.
they chucking wood?
You do understand
How
that
much
they're-
of it could they chuck?
Could a woodchuck chuck a wood?
Yeah, huh?
I don't do that.
Yeah?
How much wood could woodchuck chuck for woodchuck could chuck wood?
We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Peter Piper picked a pack of pickle puppers. Pack of pickle puppers.
Pack
A pack of pickle puppers. Peter Piper picked.
Oh wait,
Peter
did you
Piper
just
pick a pack of
compare a
pickle
beaver with a
peppers.
woodchuck?
Yeah. Yeah, they're just tiny they're just woodchucks are tiny beavers.
You say that, but they're infesting the area and
We're
they're
not-
causing
boy,
tunnel
we're not- this is not what
holes
this is
everywhere.
Listen, you
about.
want to start talking about bees? Because I'll bring that up.
We're not
again, too.
doing this. Let me read the story.
Okay, either way, woodchucks are tiny beavers that I saw
I'm
them for the
surprised
first
you've
time and I
gone
was
this long
happy.
without
Cool.
seeing them. They're infesting the fucking area.
We're not talking about this.
Where?
Everywhere.
We're not
Well,
doing this.
obviously not.
I'm not kidding. We actually had one in the backyard not that long ago.
Well,
and it caused
I
a whole bunch of problems, and we had to put the hose in. And
I
we couldn't
didn't
get
see
it.
one until I went to the other side of town and I went to festival. And they were on the side of the
It
road.
took you until festival?
Yeah.
Can I cut all that out?
No.
No, it was
Please.
this summer too.
All right, back to the wolf
I
girl.
want the beaver
You
conversation.
Just cut out everything up to it was this summer too, and then nothing else. Just cut out everything before
Sorry,
that.
your mic cut out there for some reason. Weird. Anyway.
Anyway, let's get
Weird.
back to the
Okay.
story.
Fuck, where was I? Okay.
Just start over.
Dent was after beaver, which were plentiful there. He and Molly built a cabin from brush, and near it they put up an arbor to give them shade. A tree?
I'm not talking to you, am I?
Okay.
Harbor?
Okay, cool with the
Egg
with the
harbor?
purple prose there.
What?
I need to stop talking. Nothing I say makes any sense to you
Ash,
people.
you're too advanced for me.
I'm sorry.
Your society's too advanced for our measly little brains.
I'm only a beginner level, and it's
Wait,
not
what does
even...
that mean?
It's like flowery language, like unnecessarily
What was
flowery language.
Purple what?
Purple prose.
Can you
Oh.
reread that sentence, please?
Just start over again.
Travel northwest into the desert from Del Rio, Texas, and eventually you will come to Devil's River. In the 1830s, a trapper named John Dent and his wife Molly settled where Dry Creek runs into Devil's River. Dent was after beaver, which were plentiful there. He and Molly built a cabin from brush, and near it they put up an arbor to give them shade.
Hey, do you guys know how the pier got its name?
Because the colonists came here and they stood in the lake, river, whatever. River, it's a river, I know. And went, wow, it's really deep here.
It's deep here.
Fucking, yeah, because that's the important part of the joke.
It's deep here, eh?
Yeah, eh?
Well, no, it was
Deep
the
here,
idea
eh?
was that they were like French fur traders for beaver pelts.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Fuck.
Okay.
All right, that
I've
was
heard
a
the
beaver
joke.
joke.
Okay.
It's deep here, eh? We got a lot of beaver
Such
here,
a
eh?
fucking niche joke. Like, hey, anyone from the fucking Green Bay area, hit us up.
Everybody is like, no.
No.
Wait, I'm not too loud, am
No.
I? Okay.
We're gonna cut that out.
We're gonna cut that out.
All right. Damn.
Us questioning
Okay.
our morality. Like, am I too loud?
No.
Am I here?
Am
Am
I
I
here?
alive?
Are you real? Am I the only one who exists?
I already zoned out like 5 different times.
We're
during this
moving on.
conversation.
Okay, everyone stop talking for a second so
Let's read that wolf girl.
Wolf jump.
I need a moment where I can cut, where it's gonna sound okay.
Nah, we talk about cutting, but we're just gonna leave it.
No, I'm cutting it out.
natural.
Everyone shut up.
We're just gonna let it hang, okay?
Oh, okay. Wolf girl. Something. She wolf.
Stop.
You're a
wolf, I
child.
Barry put in a wolf job. No.
Oh no, wolf job.
So I
Harry, edit that out.
So is this
Game Grumps.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't do the YouTube, okay?
This was a long time ago.
You think
I'm just
I
saying.
know. I know Mark, and that's it.
This is all getting cut out, so everyone shut up.
No.
Just fucking read.
Molly Dent became pregnant. When she was ready to have their child, John Dent raced on horseback to their nearest neighbors, several miles away.
Whoa.
My wife is having a baby, he said to the man and his wife.
And I left
Can
her
you
all
help
alone.
us? And I left her alone and didn't plan this ahead of time at all.
Fuck that bitch. She can let go.
When did phones become a thing?
Not until the 19...
I mean, oh.
like as
The
like a
1900s?
general thing, wasn't it? Like
Hey
in the,
Alexa. We
We don't
have
have an Alexa. We're not rich enough to have an Alexa.
I have.
An
I just
Amazon?
have
Alexa?
Yeah.
What is it?
Look at me.
It was.
I'm Sylvia. I have an Alexa.
Listen, Santa bought one for the whole family.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, we have one of those too. We never set it up.
And there was a deal going on at the time at Best Buy where it
Where
was like
Santa
you
got
could
it?
get like 6 of them for like I think it was like $60 or something.
Also, it's not like we wanted
that's
it.
cheap.
It was
So Santa bought the Alexa
Yeah.
from Best Buy
Yeah.
on sale.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, duh.
Santa
Yeah.
Where else
deals
does Santa
in.
get his stuff?
Right. Fucking Best Buy putting the owls out of work. Okay.
That'll work.
My wife is having a baby. Can you help us? They agreed to come at once. As they got ready to leave, a violent
At
storm
twice.
came up and a bolt of lightning struck and killed John Dent.
Fuck.
That's the end of the story. But
That's
how fucked up is that, right? No, it's not.
I was like, holy shit.
He's dead. His wife probably died in childbirth because it's the
Got
1830s. The man and his wife managed to find his cabin, but did not arrive until the next day. By then, Molly Dent was dead, too. Oh, I called it.
Oh, damn.
Oh, this is dark. It looked as if she had given birth before she died, but the neighbors could not find the baby.
They found her silent twin the afterbirth.
Since the...
You.
Ew.
What the fuck?
It's just
Don't you know that card?
No.
Cards Against Humanity, man.
I'm not familiar with that one.
We should play that later.
We should.
Crabs
Okay.
at Just Humanity, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait. Would that be interesting to podcast, though?
Yeah, we can.
Why
pull,
not?
We
We
can
just
pull
read
out
it.
random
Let's do it. Why
cards as
not?
we read
Yeah.
this. Actually,
Yeah, why not? Okay,
No, we'll actually play the game.
I have a tangent I want to go on, but I want to finish this fucking story. I'm still on the first page.
Wait, but what does the
Page.
tangent have to do with?
Cards Against Humanity.
Alright, later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baby, can't find it.
Since
Afterward,
there
there's
was
problem there.
Since there were wolf tracks all around, they decided the wolves had eaten it. They
Oh.
buried Molly Dent and left. Cool. A number of years after she died, people began to tell a strange tale. Some swore it was a true
Are
story.
you okay?
Others said it
No.
never could have happened.
That's it. Do it. Bury the
Okay.
boy. Bury the boy.
Do it. Bury the boy. Bury the boy. I'm gonna keep all my feelings right here, and then one day I'll die. The story begins in a small. Damn it! I wanted to do that smoothly, but I couldn't.
That was funny.
It was. That's why I
That's
couldn't do it
great.
smoothly, because it's funny. The story begins in a small settlement a dozen miles from Molly Dent's grave. Early one morning, a pack of... I love how interested you guys seem in this story, because you're, like, picking up your phone, you're moving shit
Well,
around.
no,
like...
I had to charge it. I forgot I
Okay.
unplugged.
I'm trying
Wait,
to
actually,
make sure
do I
I
have
don't
to?
ruin my book
Yes,
by
I do
keeping
have
it
to.
out like that. I want
Gotcha.
to put my page, because I don't remember shit! Alright.
I didn't mean to attack you, my god.
What? I'm just like this.
Just like... oh,
I'm just
you are-
like this, man.
Okay.
I
The
have
story begins in a
problems.
small settlement a dozen miles from Molly Dent's grave.
Wait, we didn't even get
Whoa.
into the actual story?
No, it's this much lead up. It's like a whole page of lead up into the story, and
See,
we
we
can't
keep
shut up
it-
about it.
Yeah.
How long does the story actually go for?
2 pages or 3?
Oh my god.
No,
It's okay. It's
just let me get through it.
Jesus
We're
Christ.
almost there.
We're
Takes
not, but-
forever.
It's
This is why I don't read.
No, this is
Takes
why
too
we
Because
long.
you fuckers won't stop talking.
Alright,
It's taking forever because you had put 5 minutes in the podcast
Oh,
where you
jump.
wouldn't shut up.
About
that I need to cut out.
beavers.
Scary.
It's actually about woodchucks, but we're not getting into it.
Okay.
Thrilling podcasting. Early one morning, a pack of wolves raced in from the desert and killed some goats.
Why was that funny?
Alora's just dead on the floor and laughing at dead goats. Oh no, I think the hat's like face hugging her.
She's dying.
Dying. Such attacks were not unusual in those days.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
but a boy thought he saw a naked young girl with long blonde hair running with the wolves.
Blonde? I thought it was black.
I'm reading the story. If I want her to be blonde, she'll be blonde.
Nobody's gonna hear you. I hope you realize
Yeah,
Yeah,
you are. This is bad podcasting.
that. If it's blonde, it's blonde.
I'm just talking to the voices in my head at this point.
It's like freaking crazy.
That was unprompted. I'm just like.
I'm laughing so hard it hurts. I'm actually choking on my throat, damn.
You choke on everything. You are incapable of not choking.
Or with choking on stars the most,
I
actually.
know. A year or two later, a woman came. I can't read all of a sudden. You made me dumb.
Welcome to my world, bitch!
I'm just reading the story.
Will we ever get through the wolf girl? Nobody
No.
knows.
This isn't even going to be that interesting. It's so
Just
clear
keep
how it
reading.
ends. It's so clear how it
Don't
ends.
come back with
It's
a comeback.
just
Just
wasting
keep
time.
reading.
Okay. A year or two later, a woman came upon some wolves eating a goat they had just killed.
Mm-mm.
Eating the goat with them, she claimed, was a naked young girl with long blonde hair.
Black.
They couldn't hear that part.
That's
The joke's not funny. They couldn't hear it.
Fuck you. Fine, it's lemon. Come on.
Anyway.
That's not safe for work.
This isn't a lemon
Not
podcast.
that kind of lemon.
There's 1/3 of this room that would enjoy anything lemon related.
No, we should do that one time. What?
What?
Yeah?
Yeah, like reading like
Oh.
Laughing at bad,
okay.
bad
Okay.
lemons?
Ooh.
no, not bad ones.
Oh,
Good ones. But laughing at it still.
Okay.
It should be bad lemons.
Sure, why not?
Just straight up.
Bad ones.
Bad ones.
Whatever.
I'll just pull up my fucking AO3 history and we'll just read that.
Alright.
We'll read the things that she didn't want us to look.
Yeah, we'll just go through your fanfiction bookmarks. Okay,
I don't want you to see what I was looking at.
I got some bookmarks that you guys definitely don't want to see.
Okay,
It's not the
Alright,
stories
wolf girl.
themselves, it's the ships. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna judge your ships.
Mario X Luigi.
Just saw a
Fuck you, first off.
Is that actually one of the things you have?
No.
Just saw a
Oh,
picture
no.
of Mario
Why
and
did you
Luigi
say
kissing. Please don't do that.
Listen, if there's one thing that's not on my list, it's incest, because fuck you if you do that, alright? You can go fuck yourself, and you can go to hell, and then you can burn there, and I'll fucking kill you too.
When the wolves and the girl saw her, they fled. The woman said that at first the girl ran on all fours. Then she stood and ran like a human, swiftly as the wolves.
I couldn't get away. Meow!
Like
And-
Shaggy? Who can run at
me.
45 miles an hour?
Yeah.
People started wondering if this wolf girl was Molly Dent's daughter. Had a mother wolf carried her off the day she was born and raised her with her pups? If so, by now she would be 10 or 11 years old.
Oh,
As
I
the
get it.
story is told...
No, I'm sorry. No. I was trying to figure out where I know the last name Dent. It was from
Harvey
Hitchhiker-
Dent?
No, it
Oh.
was Arthur Dent from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Okay.
But
My
anyway,
first thought was Harvey Dent.
Yeah.
Harvey
Yeah.
Dent from.
You know, oh my god, I made a
Oh.
Batman reference and you got it.
Yeah, I understood.
I'm
Barely.
so
It's
proud of
It
barely.
took me 0.2 seconds to figure that out.
It's more like I
I'm
just
proud
knew
of
the
you.
name.
Okay.
Because it's
Two-Face.
Two-Face, yeah.
Yeah! Oh my
Yeah,
god!
the
I'm
mayor
so
that
proud
got
of
burned
you.
or whatever.
How
And then he
dare
became a
you.
psychopath or whatever.
Yeah,
Something,
well,
I
only
don't know.
the ugly
Only
half is a
the- yeah.
psychopath.
Like,
but
Instead
yeah.
of thinking of the psychopath, I think of the weirdest fucking movie and book possible. Have
All
you
right.
guys ever seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
I have not,
Yes.
but I want to.
Yes, but it's been so
I know
long,
it's very
don't
good.
remember.
Anyway.
Anyway.
As the story is told, some men began to look for the girl. They searched along the riverbanks and in the desert and its canyons.
We gotta find her.
And one day,
We
it
gotta
is
make
said,
her a wife.
they found her, walking in a canyon with a wolf at her side. When the wolf ran off, the girl hid in an opening in one of the canyon walls. When the men tried to capture her, she fought back, biting and scratching like an enraged animal.
I don't want to be a wife. Back in the days,
She has no concept of that. She was raised by wolves.
I don't want to
You'll
be
have
your
to
wife.
catch me if you want to eat me.
What's that?
It's from Gumball. The Amazing World of Gumball.
That's from Gumball? Well, what episode was
It
that?
was when the dad was like super high off his ass
Mood.
after like going to the dentist or something, and the kids were supposed to watch him, but they let him like get away.
I remember that.
He was chasing after the orange fuzzy dude, and the dude's like, "Stop, man, stop!" But in his mind, he was saying it was like a hamburger, and he's like, "You have to catch me if you want to eat me."
That
I've
show
only
is
seen-
incredible. That
Are
show's
you-
a gift.
We should watch some of those episodes. I
We
love
should. It's
Gumball.
a good show. Alright. When they finally subdued her, she began screaming like a frightened young girl and howling like a frightened young wolf.
Ah, yes.
Her captors bound her with rope, put her across a horse,
Yes.
and took her to— I don't like the direction this is going.
Yes.
And took her to a small ranch house in the desert. Oh, it gets worse.
Oh, yes.
They would turn her over to the
Don't say it
sheriff
like
the
that.
next day, they decided.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
Oh,
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Remember, it's for elementary school kids.
Okay.
Yes.
They placed her in an empty room and untied her.
Yes.
Terror-stricken, she hid in the shadows. They left her and locked the door.
Mm-hmm.
Soon she was screaming and howling again.
Mm-hmm.
The men thought they would go mad listening to her, but at last she
Mhm.
stopped. When night fell, the wolves began howling in the distance. People say that each time they stopped, the girl howled in reply.
Uh-huh.
Why are you doing this?
You're offering nothing to the story or anything.
Like it's like subtly moaning almost. Kind of not
Like,
okay.
real
is that
into it.
word?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm uncomfortable, and so is anyone listening to
Me too.
this. But you want to read fucking porn erotica
That'd
on.
be funny.
That's for later. Let's
Okay.
focus on horror movies.
As the story goes, the cries of wolves came from every direction and got closer and closer. Suddenly, as if a signal had been given, wolves attacked the horses and other livestock. The men rushed into the darkness, firing their guns. High up in the wall, in the room where they had left the girl, was a small window. A plank was nailed across it. She pulled the plank off, crawled through the window, and disappeared.
Free!
Years passed with no word of the girl. Then one day, some men on horseback came around a bend at the Rio Grande, not far from Devil's River. Remember, it's called Devil's River. That happened like a year ago. They claimed they saw a young woman with long blonde hair feeding 2 wolf pups. Ew.
Who's to say it's hers?
You don't know that. You don't know if it's hers or
No,
not.
but she's.
You
It
don't know
doesn't say
that.
breastfeeding. It just says
That's
feeding.
where my brain went.
Well, this is elementary school.
That's where my mind went.
Censor
Anyway.
that brain.
I'd have no brain left.
Barry, throw a wolf job over it.
No! When she's on the guy.
Listen, through this entire duration, every time we say wolf job, you gotta put the picture on it.
It's a podcast.
Exactly.
Alora.
Well, you gotta give visual stimuli.
Yeah,
No, you
is this
don't.
what we're
Oh
doing?
yeah, this is what we're doing.
If
Okay.
you don't,
Yeah, you do.
I'm just releasing it.
We're
as...
connected.
We're
Okay.
going to.
You are so creepy because anyone listening to this would have no idea what just happened.
It's better if they don't know.
I'm cutting all of that out.
God.
I have to go get okay, I have to finish this story so I can go get some water because my throat is actually tearing up right now.
Okay.
If you want them to know,
That's why I
explain
prepared,
it.
and I have an
Explain what-
Arizona
Fucking
tea.
you!
Explain
I
what
finished
happened.
mine!
It's worse explaining.
Alright,
Then
continue.
keep it in. We're connected. It's fine.
Fine!
All I can think of, without knowing the visual of what happened, is the fucking part in SpongeBob where he and Squidward, where Squidward gets fired or quits or whatever, and SpongeBob's like, "We are connected," or whatever he says, and he like lifts his shirt, and they're like, anyway, that's all I can think of.
Yeah.
It's
how it is.
Okay.
Probably.
When she saw the men, she snatched up the pups and ran into the brush. They rode after her, but she quickly left them behind. They searched and searched, but found no trace of her. That is the last we know of the wolf girl, and it is there, in the desert, near the Rio Grande, that this story ends. That was awful. Not only because it took me a year and a half to get through it, but also just because it sucked.
It really
It was
wasn't
not
good.
interesting, it was not scary.
There's a reason we kept interrupting.
Yeah,
it
because we're
wasn't-
trying to make it interesting, and it's
It
not.
just wasn't.
We just had to throw wolf jobs on it to make it interesting.
Yeah. Wolf jobs fix everything.
Wow,
Me
this is
pretending not to find the wolf job
If there
thing
is
funny.
a single little kid listening to this, please look up wolf jobs.
Do not. No.
Do
Well, yeah,
it.
they'll get
Okay.
censored pictures. It's okay. Google censored.
They'll get one censored.
They'll get the one censored picture. What are we doing now? Are we doing another story? Or
Yeah,
are we
let's
done?
do another story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's back to me after centuries.
Yeah.
What do you come for? Why are you
They're so
here?
naturally like, ugh. Please, let me talk about them. They're weird. I need people to know.
We don't need to
Next
They want to
episode.
know about my feet.
start your own foot-centric podcast.
There was an old
There's
woman
not
who
that
lived
much.
all by herself. And she was very lonely. Sitting in the kitchen one night, she said, "Oh, I wish I had some company." No sooner had she spoken than down the chimney tumbled 2 feet from which the flesh had rotted. The old woman's eyes bulged with terror. Then 2 legs dropped to the hearth, and attached themselves to the feet. Then a body tumbled down, then 2 arms and a man's head. As the old woman watched, the parts came together into a great gangling man. The man danced around and around the room. Faster and faster he went. Then he stopped and he looked into her eyes. "What do you come for?" she asked in a small voice that shivered and shook. "What do I come for?" he said. "I come for you!"
I was gonna say you.
As you shout the last words, stomp your foot and jump at somebody.
Oh.
Would this actually scare anyone?
Well, it's supposed to
as
be
in,
for
like,
kids.
No, I know, but like.
When my
It's
mom
a
read it to
giggle
me, 'cause she
fest,
actually
alright?
screamed at us.
But
But otherwise,
that's
no.
scary just because it's your mom screaming.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
We're not bringing up
I got the
that.
Yeah,
best
we
story
don't have
next.
time to unpack all that.
I'll talk about my feet, but that, no.
Dude, the next
That's where I
story
draw
is
the
gonna be
line.
my test of English words.
Oh no, you're not gonna read the equivalent of the fucking Jabberwock in this podcast.
The Viper.
Yeah, exactly for this story. Actually,
It's so good. I love this. This is my favorite. as
Okay,
a
I
kid.
don't know it.
It's very scary.
if
Okay.
you stop laughing, it will be.
No, it won't be.
Sylvia likes it. How scary can it be?
Wow.
Thank you.
Alright.
As a
Okay.
person who's also afraid of things.
Moving on.
The Viper. A widow lived alone on the top floor of an apartment house. One morning, her telephone rang. "Hello," she said. "This is the Viper," a man said. "I'm coming up."
This is the Viper.
Somebody's fooling around, she thought, and hung up. A half hour later, the
Fooling
telephone
around.
rang again. It was the same man.
Knock, knock.
"It's the Viper," he said. "I'll be up soon." The widow didn't know what to think, but she was getting frightened. Once more, the telephone rang. Again, it was the Viper. "I'm coming up now," he said. She quickly called the police. They said they would be right over. When the doorbell rang, she sighed with relief. "They're here," she thought. But when she opened the door, there stood a little old man with a bucket and a cloth.
Have you never seen Welcome to
"I'm
Hell?
the Viper," he said. "I wish to wash and wipe your windows."
Is that how that ended?
Yeah, I love it. I said that. I'm not joking when I say I said that last part for years.
I never
love it.
remember that.
I wish to
love
wash
it.
and wipe your windows.
As far
I'm
as
the
I
Viper.
remember, is that I just remember an old man coming down the stairs, but that was it. I don't remember
I
that
wish
part.
to.
If you don't understand the joke,
It's a
he's
German
the Viper.
I'm the Viper.
And he
the
wishes
wiper
to
of the
wash
night.
and wipe her windows.
I'm
Yeah,
the
but he's
German
got, but he's
But
German.
he's German, so it's
So he
I wish
can't
to
say-
wash and wipe your windows.
It's so dumb. I love it.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's why
Ash,
it's
you
my
wanna read this
favorite.
story?
It's so funny.
It's my favorite. Yeah, one more, and then
Well,
we'll say
you
we're
gotta
gonna be
hear
done.
my
Okay.
my literature skills.
Oh yeah, we'll do that one, and then we'll be after.
Yeah, we'll
so
be done.
Ash, you, and then we'll be done.
Okay. Sylvia's already blown her load. She wanted the Viper.
That's all I wanted. I just wanted the Viper.
Okay. I don't know. I gotta find one. I wasn't looking. I was too
I wish
entranced by
to
the Viper.
wash and wipe your windows.
If you're reading along at home, you're not.
Book 3, page 80.
Let's try this again.
All right.
Let's-
The hog. Oh, he's friend-shaped.
yeah.
I know it's probably supposed to be like spooky, but he's friend-shaped.
He's creepy.
It's a she.
No. I'm sorry. When Arthur and Anne were in high school, they fell in love. They were both big, fat, and jolly, and seemed suited to one another.
Me.
Same.
Except I'm
Not
not jolly.
jolly. No. No, I have depression.
I'm just
Fat.
depressed.
I have crippling depression, so no. But
Yeah.
It's called crippling anxiety on top.
as sometimes
I have crippling everything.
I've got
horribly
crippling
crippled by my own
anxiety.
mind.
Yeah, that's
My
yeah.
depression hinders my social skills.
It hinders
I
everything.
cannot interact. Do not.
When Arthur and Anne were in high school, they fell in love.
Let's start this.
I'm gonna start over every time you interrupt me. This is gonna take as
Okay.
long as the wolf.
Cool.
All right.
They were both big, fat, and jolly, and seemed suited to one another.
Santa.
But as sometimes happens, things didn't work out. Things shouldn't work out. They were terrible together now. They didn't work out.
They didn't suit each
Arthur
other
moved away and married someone else, and Anne didn't marry anyone.
well.
The real tragedy, a woman not getting married. It was the 80s.
She couldn't
Not
become a
91
wife.
actually.
She couldn't be a
Um,
childbearer.
And not too many years later, she got sick and died. Some said it was from a broken heart.
Oh.
One day, Arthur was driving to a small... Is she gonna be the pig?
No, she's Waluigi. Wow, Luigi.
One day, Arthur was driving to a small town not far from where he and Anne had grown up. Soon he realized that a hog was following him. This is awful. I don't like this. No matter how fast Arthur drove, the hog stayed right behind. Each time he looked back, there was the hog. It began to irritate him. Finally, he couldn't stand it any longer. He stopped his car and rapped the hog on its snout good and hard. "Get out of here, you fat, dirty thing," he shouted. I wish you could see the look on my face, but this is an audio medium.
You can put a JPEG right over.
I'm not... No!
But it's a more horrified. It's like.
To his astonishment, the hog spoke to him, and it was Anne's voice he heard. "It's her ghost," he thought. "She has come back as a hog." "I was doing no harm, Arthur," the hog said. "I was just out for a brisk walk, enjoying myself.
But you decided to be a little bitch.
How could you strike me after all that we meant to one another?"
You do.
With that, she turned and trotted away.
Oh.
When you tell this story, have the hog speak in a high voice. I didn't even see that. I just am a theater kid, so...
You want to try that again?
Higher.
Higher.
Excuse me, I'm gonna cough to get up there. "I was doing no harm, Arthur," the
Higher.
hog said. "I was just out for a brisk walk, enjoying myself." Don't use me like this.
You have to physically like speed it up to make it higher pitch.
"How could you strike me after all that we meant to one another?"
Higher.
With that, she... "I was doing no harm, Arthur."
Higher.
"I'm an alto. Let me live." I don't think I can go higher than I last did. I'm gonna try it. This is gonna be my last. I'm gonna try it. "I And my voice is gone. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. That's
your
the end of
voice-
it forever, because I'll never speak again.
One more story.
Okay.
Alright, listen to my
That
great
hurt,
English
actually. I
skills.
should not have
It
done that.
sounded painful.
It hurt really bad.
But it was funny.
Let me put it this
Okay,
way,
so
after you
it's worth
guys
it.
leave, I'm not gonna be able to talk for the rest of
Yeah,
the
that's what this does to you.
Yeah, this was like the first
Stop
10
being a
minutes.
pussy.
Fine!
Stop being a beaver.
Me time, Dodie
Stop being a
Walker!
beaver.
Is it Dowdy or Dodie?
Dowdy.
Dowdy.
What? Wait.
Daughtry. The band.
Daughtry, I love that
Let's
guy.
try this. Alright. There
Me,
was
the Daughtry Walker.
There was a haunted house where every night a bloody head fell down the chimney. At least that's what people said. Nobody would stay overnight.
We're just gonna accept this and not test it? Cool.
So nobody would stay there overnight. Then a rich man offered $200 to whoever could do it. Damn, what was this one? And this boy said he would try it if he could have his dog with him, so it was all settled. The very next day, the boy went to the house with his dog. To make it more cheerful, he started a fire in the fireplace. I'm gonna start that fire right there in that kitchen, and I'm gonna watch this place burn. That's some fun.
Is that in the story or is that you
No,
talking?
that's
That was
Laura
me.
bloviating.
Oh, okay.
Then
Cool.
he said,
I was like, that's not much of a
What?
story.
Was-
And
Was I
he
that
burned the house
convinced?
down with himself in it.
"Damn, was I that convincing?"
No.
Damn.
Maybe to Sylvia.
I
I knew you were adding
I
that.
was
in.
like, holy shit.
I'm
These
gonna.
books are darker than I thought they were.
Then
Weird
he
story,
sat in front
man.
of the fire and waited, and his dog
Weird
waited
flex,
with
but
him.
okay.
Thank you. For a while, nothing happened, but a little after midnight, he heard someone singing softly and sadly off in the woods. The singing sounded something like this. No, I'm not singing this. Me tired Walker. It's just somebody singing, the boy told himself, but he was frightened. Then his dog answered the song, softly and sadly, and sang, Lychee, Kinky, Collie, Molly, Dingo, Dingo.
Kinky?
Kinky? Yeah, that's kinky. I can read that. Come on, that
I
sure
would say
is.
Kinchy. I think they're going for Lynchy Kinchy.
Oh, I forgot that.
There's an N in there.
Linky kinky.
Lychee,
I like that better.
Lynchy Kinky.
No, Linky.
Linky Kinky.
Yeah.
Did I say Linky?
No, Sylvia did.
No, I
Okay.
did, yeah.
The
You
boy
said it
would
right.
not believe his ears. His dog had never uttered a word before. It's never whimpered? Damn, alright. Then
It's not a word.
That's not a word.
Fuck you, alright? That's a dog's word. My word!
No, boof is a dog's word.
No, that is
Yeah.
you putting
Boof?
your
You heard
words in
dog
the
say
dog's-
boof a lot?
I've had a dog say. You've never heard a dog boof?
You have
You have small dogs. Small dogs don't
they
boof.
bore.
They bore. No.
That's
No. You've never heard a dog go boof?
not boof.
It's
It's
with
boof.
an R. It's an R.
It's
Oof.
boof.
It's like when my dog he goes boof.
It's
That's literally.
Alright, back to the story.
I'm not-
I need to know which one does that.
Ginger. Ginger will do that where if she gets upset, she'll go.
I think
It's just
heard
a soft
it.
little like.
No, I've had my dog Ollie would boof when he was like he'd be like trying to be a guard dog, but he was like laying down and didn't
Oh, it's
care
like
that much.
So
So he was just like so he'd be like laying down, his
Isn't
head
that
would be
the-
on the chair or whatever, and he'd be like
tired pump.
boof.
It's like that pre-bark. Where
Yeah,
like,
he like doesn't care enough to actually like get up and do something about it, but he
Like-
wants to seem cool, so he just goes.
Actually, the dog next door did that when the owners left him in the care of their friends who were watching the house for a week, and they left him outside during the hot summer with barely half
Why
a
you
bowl
gotta
of
make
water.
it sad?
And then,
Why you gotta make it sad?
because that dog attacks
we're
anybody
talking about
who's
fun
not the
dog
family,
noises.
and he's so dehydrated, he can't even bark. He just sings.
We're talking about good dogs,
I'm so sad.
not
keep reading.
neglected
Then a
dogs.
few minutes later, he heard the singing again. Now it was closer and louder, but the words were the same. Me tie Dowdy Walker. This time, the boy tried to stop his dog from answering. He was afraid that whoever was singing would hear it and come after them. But his dog paid no attention, and again it sang, Lychee, Kinchy, Collie, Molly, Dingo, Dingo. Yeah. Yep. A
Yeah.
half hour later, the boy heard. A half hour later, thank you. Later, the boy heard the singing again. Now it was in the backyard and the song was the
So
same.
mad about it.
Me tied Jody, because I know if I stop, I'll actually stop and I can't finish this.
Why did you say fuck
Why'd
you?
get so mad about a half hour?
Again, the boy.
Half hour. Fuck
you! Again, the boy tried to keep his dog quiet, but the dog sang out louder than ever. Lychee, Kimchi, Kali, Molly, Dingo, Dingo.
You trip on Dingo every time.
Dingo, dingo.
Because I keep thinking they're going to change it on me.
One of these times it's gonna be Dongo, and she's gonna be like, fool!
Dingo to
Fool! Dingo, shit!
Soon the boy heard the singing again. Now it was coming down the chimney. Fuck you! Could you use the front door? Me tie Johnny Walker, the dog sang back. Lychee, Kinky, Collie, Molly, Dingo, Dingo. Yeah. Suddenly, a bloody head fell out of the chimney. I'm spitting my words here.
Yeah.
It missed the fire. Wow, fuck you. I've made that for you. It landed right next to the dog, and he ate it. The dog took one look and fell over dead from fright. Like talking wouldn't frighten you half to death. I've seen dogs frightened of their own farts.
Wait, you need to go back and explain. What happened? The dog ate the
No,
head?
that was her adding again.
Oh.
Okay, let
I
me
was like,
repeat that.
shit, it ate the whole
It
head?
ate it and then it fell over dead. Because it realized
Okay,
what it had done and could not live with itself.
Oh,
Suddenly,
God.
a bloody head fell out of the chimney.
Okay.
It missed the fire and landed right next to the dog. The dog took one look at it, fell over, dead for the fright.
Whoa.
The head turned and stared at the boy. Slowly, it opened its mouth and said, "Ah."
You're supposed to yell that, I'm assuming.
I don't have the voice for that.
No, I know, but I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
How
Look at
does-
that
I
beautiful
have-
face.
I have a question. How does the head get back up the chimney every night?
It rolls out of the front door.
And then what?
No, it's a rewind sequence. It just goes right back.
It even has like the VHS
got
like
yellow
lines
lines.
on it.
The
It's like,
static
The
just
stress
comes-
lines?
yeah. Alright, well glad we
Yeah.
can get through those.
Alright, that was a fucking blast.
Oh.
We are very bad at staying on track
We're
with
terrible
things.
people.
But hopefully we're funny. We're
I
not.
hope
but I
so.
hope so to
Oh my
somebody.
God, I hope somebody's like,
Oh,
this
it's
is
too bad.
okay.
Do you want to read Haggins? Because you never got to read that one.
We'll do that
We'll do a reprise later.
on
Okay.
episode 3.
All right.
Not next time.
We're
I wouldn't
taking a
do it so
break.
quick,
Something
but
different next
we'll
time.
do another episode of these at some point.
We're gonna
Maybe
do all
not
three
so
of these
soon,
tonight.
Oh,
but outro.
outro.
So that-
Amateur clown hours. We're clowning again.
Clowning again.
Clowning again. We're back.
Just end with it, somebody just being like, and this is the outro. Cut.
Hard cut. And now we're gonna come up with an outro.